Meeting with U.S. Secretary of Commerce Gina Raimondo in Washington D.C., Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh highly regarded remarkable developments in economic trade relations between two countries, which reached $112 billion in 2021 despite many challenges caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. Secretary Raimondo said she was pleased with progress in relations between the two countries, especially in the fields of economy and trade. On the occasion, Prime Minister Chinh and Secretary Raimondo witnessed the exchange of cooperation documents between two countries' agencies and businesses in many fields.
Vietnam expects the U.S. to share its experience in developing the financial market to contribute to national macroeconomic stability, Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh said at his meeting with the U.S. Secretary for Treasury Janet Yellen. Chinh proposed that the U.S. government and the U.S. Department of the Treasury closely support and cooperate with Vietnam in economic development, handling global challenges, including energy transition, and fulfilling commitments at COP26. Yellen affirmed the U.S. is willing to deepen economic, trade, investment relations between the two countries, including cooperation in banking and finance. The U.S. is also willing to share experiences and support Vietnam in capacity building and mechanisms to effectively develop capital and real estate markets, she added.
At his meeting with President Pro Tempore Leahy and key senators of the U.S. Senate in Washington, D.C., Prime Minister Chinh spoke highly of enduring efforts by the U.S. senators, especially Leahy's leadership in consolidating the two-party consensus in the U.S. in supporting relations with Vietnam, particularly cooperation in settling war consequences. Leahy said the participating U.S. senators had special sentiments with Vietnam and highly valued the two countries' efforts to overcome differences and the war incited pride to build a better future. The U.S. Congress always has generations of senators that back the Vietnam-U.S. relations, he affirmed. The two sides compared notes on regional and international issues of shared concern, including those regarding the East Sea, Myanmar, and climate change.
On the same day, Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh attended and delivered a presentation at a seminar held and live broadcast by the Center for Strategic and International Studies in Washington, D.C. Prime Minister Chinh emphasized that as an active and responsible member of ASEAN and the international community, Vietnam always strives to contribute to dialogue and cooperation and is willing to play a proactive and active role in accordance with their potential and position. The government leader said Vietnam always wishes to strengthen cooperation with the U.S. on the basis of sincerity, continue to reinforce trust, and enhance the responsibilities of both sides.
Also on May 11th, Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh also met Director General of the World Bank, Van Strastenberg, and leaders of some U.S. corporations. He also hosted a reception for receiving Mark Yellen, Chief Strategy Officer and Vice President of Strategy and Corporate Development of Boeing Company, and met leaders of the Asia Group, Blackstone, Gen X, and AES.